Holy shit. Sort of belated here. It's Wednesday. We're a few days after WrestleMania, and everybody's fucking talked about it. You know, everybody has opinion one way or the other. A lot of people say, man, this WrestleMania sucked. Some people say, at least it was better than last year. People say, blew last year away. Some people say, best WrestleMania out of like the last 10. You know, a lot of mixed feelings as there usually are. But I want to give my 2 cents, and I sat down and I watched it with my brother and my dad, and we had us a fantastic time. Although Dad was pretty pissed. Triple H beat Sting. By the way, spoilers here. Goddamn, I doubt that these are that I'm going to surprise anybody here, but if you do not know the results for WrestleMania 31, then you probably don't need to be listening to this. I would, but if you want to know, I'd Google that shit. If you're a subscriber to the network and go, oh man, I was busy Sunday, had to work Monday, had to work Tuesday, got to work on April Fool's Day, just gonna sit down Thursday, watch it. I mean, come on, don't look at, come on now. Although it'd be hard to avoid, whatever. Without further ado, I'm gonna get into it here. Don't start jerking around. I thought, all in all, it was very fun to watch. Although I feel, and there are reasons for this, and I'm sure it was all carefully thought out. Why it confuses me so much. Why would they take two of their matches, right? Please, let me finish here. Bear with me. The tag team match and the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. They would put these on the pre-show, leave the Divas match on the main show. What? Why? I can't. I'm sure there are reasons, and I have to say that Divas match, it was okay. It was okay. It's a lot better than what it usually is. Did it blow me away? Well, I gotta admit, in like the first couple minutes, I thought it was pretty stellar. I really did. Nikki picked up Paige, gave her that Alabama slam, Brie with that missile drop kick. I thought it was all done really well. Now, Dad, he was sitting there with, like I said, I was watching it with the family. Scott, brother, was as you have seen him before, some of you have seen him before. I believe he was on one of my wrestling videos. He's talking about how fine Paige was, and Dad, he was pretty much in the man. I really need to. I'm about to go take me a piss and make me a sandwich. He was in that type of mood when he seen the Divas come out. But after the first few minutes, he said, "Man, they're actually looking pretty good. This is believable. This is solid." I thought it was fine. Sting versus Triple H, really good. What happened to Triple H's leg? Nobody will ever know. It was all. I mean, the biggest thing was all old people, and then poor old Scott Hall. Poor old Scott Hall. He's, the dude having all them surgeries on his body and stuff. He took it like a beast, that backflip type thing, whatever. Never road dog. Countered the Razor's Edge. But, see, that was really fun. It was fun to watch. It was really fun to watch, actually. Taker versus Wyatt I thought was really enjoyable. It's just, it's crazy because for the first time in a very long time, somebody actually got booed harder than John Cena. That was Roman Reigns, and boy, that was great to watch. That Lesnar-Reigns match. Oh my God. Now, I'm not going to lie. I don't really like Seth Rollins, actually. Out of the 3 Shield members, Rollins was actually my least favorite. And I mean the whole time. People say, oh, but, technically he was the most adept. I don't know, man. He talks funny. He cheats on his girl. I ain't about that. I ain't about that. That's slimy stuff to do personally. And you say, oh, but it's wrestling. You don't need to hold that type of stuff against him. No, no, and I don't really. But I still think it's sort of a slimy thing to do, you know. I was thinking about that on Twitter after Mania was over. Some dude took that nude pic of Rollins, but put like the WWE title around his dick and tweeted at him, said congratulations. That was very funny. That was very funny. I wish I remember who tweeted that, and I might be able to link that in the description because that shit was hilarious. But you might have seen it yourself. Uh, Reigns, he actually got the dog piss beat out of him, and that was so good, man. Lesnar took off him gloves, and actually, I know a lot of people don't really realize this, but not only did like a few minutes into the match, Lesnar actually, I heard, well, not necessarily heard, but I heard him mouth the word bitch. Like he called Reigns a bitch as he just a few minutes in, and then later when he slapped him like one, just bang, son. I loved it. I was laughing. I was laughing so hard. It's and it's not because I personally dislike Roman Reigns, but you know, of course, in wrestling, we pick our favorites. Reigns isn't one of my favorites. Lesnar is, however. Lesnar is, and it was absolutely fun to watch. And then the finish of it was so good. Rollins coming in there, you know, Lesnar starts to fight back a little bit, and then Reigns hits him that one more time with the spear. Rollins gets the curb stomp, wins the match. Is all brilliant. Speaking of Rollins Orton match was great too. Well, not great, but it was good. Good. That RKO, man. Thought RKO. Jake came over the next day. I had to show it. I brought him up for it. I brought it up for him on Twitter. That was his reaction. It was a beast RKO. It really was. It was awesome. That was a really good match, I felt. I didn't watch the pre-show, so I have no idea how the tag team match in Andre the Giant Battle Memorial is. But I believe, as far as my predictions video went, and I can't remember everybody I picked for, but I think I was only off by one. I said Rollins would cash in after the match instead of in the middle of it, so I said Lesnar would win and then Rollins would beat Lesnar, and that wasn't how it went, obviously, but I was wrong about that one. Orton actually beat Rollins earlier in the night, which I said wouldn't happen. It did. Sting beat Triple H. For the last few months, man, I said that Triple H was going to beat Sting, and I thought, man, they aren't going to have Sting lose at WrestleMania. That would leave so many people disappointed. They did it anyway. I was right about Daniel Bryan winning the ladder match. Whatever. I don't know. I thought it was a good Mania. I really did. I look forward. I hope that WrestleMania 32 is going to be as good, if not better, because that would be a really good goal to reach. And I don't really know why people are crying about it. I mean, you do. You see some people actually crying about this all over the internet and whatever. It's just, yeah. Oh yeah. I seen some dude say, he said WrestleMania was shit because John Cena beat Rusev. He said that ruined the whole thing for him. My man, you care way too much about John Cena and if he wins or not. Alright, just wow. I swear to God, I seen some dude leave that. I can't remember. I think it was on a wrestling site, obviously. It was a discussion about Mania and what people thought about it. And that's what he put. Oh, he said, Cena buried Rusev. Cena buried Rusev. Good God, why does he crush every single person with momentum? Please, WWE. My man, come on. The storyline was perfect. Rusev, the anti-American, John Cena, America's greatest hero. I mean, that's sort of funny, but he rises over the Russian adversity and he reclaims the United States Championship and he brings it back home to his beloved country with which he is the champion of. And then everybody cheers. I was for sure, man, that Rusev had built up enough heel heat that people would swing in John Cena's favor just this one time. Just this one time. Even if they wanted to boo him out of the building the very next night when he wrestled somebody else, which they did, happened to be Ambrose, that one night, in that one match, he would, get cheered. Hell, Rusev even hit Lana off the ring, started yelling at her while she was laying there. People still booing John Cena. Come on. Rusev has actually spent all year as a heel insulting the country, and I'll admit that's probably, you look around, you've seen some Israeli flags among other flags. A lot of people when they travel, to really, WrestleMania has only been held in America, and I believe the only place it's been held in Canada is Toronto, so, which I could be wrong about that. I know several WrestleManias have been held in Toronto, so it's really only the US and Canada that WrestleMania is ever at. So people fly in from, halfway across the world, which I think is just personally amazing. They'll bring their flags with them, when they sign. Woo! Look at where I'm from. Look at how far I've come, And that's always cool to see. But because the world hates America, I've talked about that before. The flag, the audience was sort of split. And because Rusev spent his entire time just saying, Russia's superior to America and whatnot like that, he didn't say, Russia's better than Mexico, and Russia's better than Israel, and Russia's better than France, and Russia's better than the UK. He didn't do none of that. Perhaps that's the route that they should have gone down, but they didn't. They didn't. So there you go. There you go. Good menu. I liked it. I don't think I missed anything. See you next time.